Well, hello there. It's David Duford at BuyLifeInsuranceForBurial.com, where I help people like yourself get quality insurance to cover final expenses like their burial and cremation costs. So this video, I'm actually going to do a analysis on how AARP's insurance products work. If you are considering buying an AARP whole life plan, a no questions asked AARP insurance plan, or their AARP term insurance plan, this video is going to give you all of the details of how those programs work in a brief, concise manner, in a fair and balanced way, as well as talking a little bit about the fine print. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to just jump over to my screen and show you exactly what this whole program is about so you guys can read it for yourself. Okay, so now you're on the AARP, it's NYLAARP.com website. We're just going to do a little navigating around here. So again, you can get an understanding of what you're looking at, how this works, and better decide for yourself if getting one of these plans from New York Life AARP is a good choice for yourself or a loved one. So of course, AARP does all sorts of programs, including life insurance offers via New York Life. New York Life is the actual insurance company that does this. We're going to click here where it says learn more so we can find out more about how these programs work. And there's three different types of programs here. Again, we're going to briefly go through them. First of all, is the level benefit term life insurance program. The second program is permanent life insurance. And then the third one is the easy acceptance life insurance program. Here's basically how they work. The level term insurance program, I'll scroll in here so you can see a little better. The level term insurance plan offers coverage between $10,000 and $100,000. And it's protection, and this is key here, we'll cover it in just a second, that can last to age 80 with initial premiums that increase over time, and there's no medical exam. The permanent life insurance product has coverage up to $50,000 in protection, which protection lasts your entire life with guaranteed rates that never increase based off of health questions and no medical exam. And the last option is their easy acceptance life insurance program with protection up to $25,000 in coverage with a limited benefit for the first 2 years that can last your entire life, guaranteed acceptance unless you're currently terminally ill, with rate increases that never increase with only one simple health question. So let's talk a little bit more about how these programs actually look in effect, because we've got kind of a basic overview. It's pretty comprehensive, but it's important to kind of qualify a few things on here again so you know exactly what you're going to get into with each of these. So first of all, the key thing that you have to understand is that term insurance, the term insurance program is terminating coverage, okay? So remember, we were talking about the term policy. It lasts until age 80. So when you take this plan out through New York Life's AARP endorsed program, you will have coverage with term insurance up to age 80. What if you live past 80? Well, you don't have coverage. You've outlived it. And all of that money you've invested inside of the premiums is gone. It's the company's, okay? So you have to die before 80 in order to get the payout, all right? Added to that, remember, there are escalating premiums. So the premiums go up in a 5-year banded increments. So at 71, 76, and then again at 80 before it cancels. And that is it. You're gone. The prices escalate. Now, the escalation or the rate of escalation tends to be the highest as the person gets older and older, which means a jump from in the 70s is a lot bigger from 71 to 76 than it is from 61 to 66, and likewise, okay? I've had clients who had these AARP plans. They didn't know it was term insurance. They didn't know the price increase, and they couldn't afford it. They had to drop it. This is probably the biggest problem, I would say, with AARP's term insurance plan is that if your plan is to have coverage for final expenses, understand you're taking out a plan that may not be there when you need it. And if you're on a fixed income as a senior, you may not be able to afford it, okay? So it's kind of a problem. So what if you don't like that? What are your other options? Well, that's where these permanent plans, the permanent life insurance product, and then the easy acceptance life insurance product come in handy. So the permanent life insurance is just basically another way to call their whole life insurance product. It may also be a universal life insurance product. Well, the concept of it is very simple. Your rates never increase. Your coverage never cancels due to age or health. And if you qualify for the permanent life insurance program, you're 100% covered for natural death and accidental death within the first, or immediately after the first payment is paid. The only difference between that and the Easy Acceptance Life Insurance Program is that you do not have natural death coverage for the first 2 years. You have what's called a limited death benefit. It only pays out a small portion versus what you would get if you qualified for the permanent life insurance product. So why would you get the Easy Acceptance Life Insurance product with a 2-year wait or limited death benefit versus the permanent life insurance product with whole first day coverage? Well, it all comes down to, can you qualify for New York Life's permanent product? And if you can't, you get booted into the Easy Acceptance Life Insurance program. So you're probably wondering, well, what do I need to do to qualify for the permanent life insurance product? What I'm going to do is actually pause this video, pull up on the screen what it actually looks like, so that you can have a better idea of what your ability to be, or what your ability would be to qualify for the said program. Okay, so I inputted my information on AARP's their whole life insurance permanent product in order to see what their actual health questions were listed as. So we're just going to scroll through this, and I'm going to show you exactly what you would have to answer no to in order to qualify for their permanent coverage. Again, that gives you first day full coverage immediately from the first payment. The first question is, in the past 3 months, have you consulted a medical professional or had treatment for or medication or diagnostic tests of any type? So if you have talked to a doctor, you've had any diagnoses, you've had any treatment of anything, it kind of sounds like that might be an issue in order to be qualified. Now, it may be an issue, it may not be an issue, but this is a very tight question in the sense that if you've gone to the doctor for anything, they want to know. The second question is, in the past 2 years, for any condition, have you been admitted or confined to a hospital, nursing home, extended care facility, or treatment facility? So if you got a knee surgery, you had a hip replacement, and you had to do some kind of physical therapy, for example, that would fall within the confines of this question, obviously for the other questions as well. So you have to answer yes in that case. What if you did go in? Well, it looks like perhaps the only option you would qualify for, potentially, is the Easy Acceptance 2-year natural death full coverage waiting period program. And number 3, if there's a 2-year look back, have you had any treatment or medication for the following? And if you've had any of this could be, again, a kickback to their Easy Acceptance 2-year waiting period product for full natural death coverage. Again, the point here is that these issues are going to be problematic. Diabetes requiring insulin is a pretty common issue a lot of people have over 50. That may preclude you or prevent you from getting the kind of coverage you want. If you had a stroke, liver condition, heart, drug abuse, HIV, kidney, lung, immune system disorder, cancer, all of these may knock you out of having the ability to get the first day full coverage you're looking for. And again, why should you care? Well, you should care because there actually are companies that will be happy to offer you first day full coverage with some, not all, of these conditions. For example, there are companies, depending on the length of time, that you can get coverage, first day full coverage, if you have a lung condition like COPD. If you have, for example, heart issues, and it's been a year to 2 years long ago in the past. There are conditions that will get you, or companies get you first day full coverage for liver condition issues, certainly for diabetes requiring insulin, okay? So my point in saying all this is that this is a great company. New York Life and their AARP program is just fine. It's a solid company, but it's not going to be a good fit for everybody. And I would recommend, before you make any jump into seeing if you want to pick up one of these policies, is get a second opinion. You'll find that the pricing is pretty good for all of these products, but at the end of the day, you can get similar price coverage in many regards, but get better quality coverage even despite your health, because you're stuck into one option, and one option is never the best option no matter how good the company is. So it's not less of a criticism of AARP New York Life and more of a reality that you as a consumer need options when it comes to your burial insurance. And you should seek the best options always. So how do you get a second opinion? First of all, I'll nominate myself. I own buylifeinsuranceforburial.com. I help people across the country with their burial and life insurance needs. We specialize predominantly in people 50 and older who are looking for burial or life insurance type coverage. And we work with a multitude of carriers. We shop those highly rated carriers to find you the best combination of price and coverage. It's very easy to see and compare if you'd like to. You can do one of two things. You can go to my website, buylifeinsuranceforburial.com. You'll see links above and below. Just click the link. And then run a quote on the side of your screen or on the top of your screen. You'll see where to click the button to do that. Or simply pick the phone up and dial 888-626-0439. That's going to give you directly into to me or one of my friendly representatives. We'll be happy to run some quotes for you to show you what you may qualify for. So we highly recommend this. I think you get some value out of this. And it is very likely, as we've discovered time and again, that there are better options for many people out there. You don't have to accept a 2-year waiting period policy in many circumstances. Working with the right insurance agents many times makes all the difference when it comes to your life insurance. So give us a try. Let us help you try it out. And I do hope you enjoyed this educational video. Talk to you next time.